Let's make you all a little comfortable. Consider this is a Zoom call. Okay, so am I audible? Okay, awesome. Let me check. Okay, can you all stand up for a minute? Okay. That was a yes/no question. See, the problem in life is we are too eager to answer. We are not trying to understand the question. Right? Anyway, before I begin, let me show you. This is us doing what we love doing, going on international offsites. This is the core team. You see some of us floating around here wearing these kind of amazing t-shirts. By the way, these t-shirts are up for you to have if you answer questions. Okay? There is no right, wrong answer. There is no yes, no answer. This is not a school, this is a Zoom call. Okay? Let's begin. Do you want more money than what you have in your bank account today? Yes. Okay, you are not getting a t-shirt for it. So this is not the premise of my session. The session is literally about this. How do you decide in life what to do at every junction? Whether it's when your design leader is trying to talk to you, or your CEO is trying to talk to you, or your parents, or your partners. That's what you say, right? Partners. You don't say wife or boyfriend, girlfriend. You say partners now, right? Am I getting the lingo right? Okay, I'm learning. Yes. Anyway, trying to get back to this. How do you decide in life? And sorry if you were expecting a design session here. I'm not a designer anymore. I happened to be one when I was a teenager, and then I suddenly realized people pay for it. And suddenly my world changed. I was that lion who had tasted blood, and the blood was money. Having done all of that for so many years, I realized you don't need to be a designer to do fantastic stuff in life. So if you have come to this session thinking this is going to be about design, it's not, it's about life. Are you still okay with it? Okay, yes, this was a yes/no question, good. Okay, I'm going to talk about the basis of all our personalities. Okay, or what you see on this side. Okay, let's see it like this. What you see on the right side is what you called a toddler bias. Does anyone know what's a toddler bias? No, okay, no t-shirts for you. On what you have on the left side is called prestige amnesia. Any attempts? Yes. Louder, louder. No, but you get a t-shirt. Okay, let's talk about toddler bias. All of us hopefully have had a family. Yes? They have had some values, some principles, some thoughts, some ways of living life that they have brought you up with. Yes? No? Yes. Okay, that's toddler bias. Whatever people around us, when we were toddlers and kids and teenagers, were trying to talk about or instill in us is called toddler bias. Okay? Majority of how we live our life is literally that. बचपन में सुना था भगवान होते हैं, तो भगवान होते हैं, right? How do you know what's the color of this wall? You were told. No one ever questioned back saying why. Did we? Okay, let's come to this part. The prestige amnesia part. This is when we are actually trying to listen to, the so-called experts very keenly, like you are right now. and just go and blindly adhere to them, agree to them, get convinced. Okay, now this could be an expert in a certain field, this could be a celebrity, a personality, this could be a blog, this could be a book, it could be anything. The point is you are looking at a certain prestige which is making you forget everything else, and that's why it's amnesia. These are the two ways you have been living your life, and you will from here on as well. Okay? Because essentially, you're looking for this validation all your life. Money is validation, right? People agreeing with whatever you want to do is validation. How many times do you actually like someone who disagrees with you? Anyone? How many times? How often? Does it happen daily, weekly, monthly, yearly? Once a year. Nice. Okay, let's move on. So I'm not going to read the quote. I'm going to only focus on the last word. It says sacrifices. Okay? And sacrifices doesn't mean that you let go of watching the first episode of a new season of a show that everyone is watching today. That's not a sacrifice. But you know what? This is something that all of us want in life. All of us want to do meaningful work. Someone here said, right, to consume and make art. And then she was trying to talk about a different art, right, which starts with F. But what we need to understand is this is what we want, we think we need, and so on. Okay, there's a very interesting quote in English. All of us want the noun without doing the verb. Does it make sense? The verb is that last word, the sacrifice. Okay, how do we get there? You see this dot on this side? No, not here, on the screen. Okay, that dot are the wizards of the world. None of us are. Most of the people sitting here are the middle dot, which is the workers, right? And on the other end is the population. Okay? Now, the magic of this entire system is this dot that you see on this side, not here on the screen, is literally driving the entire world. Okay? Everyone has a blank face. Everyone is trying to understand how does it work. You know, there's a theory that the entire world is run by 100 people. Okay, let's understand this theory very quickly. You know the concept called invention? Yes, no? You know the concept called discovery? Yes, no? Okay. How many inventors and discoverers do you know? Okay, who can tell me more than 10 inventors or discoverers? I'll wait. पांच हुए किसी के? Has anyone thought of 5 or are you willing? Okay, I see him writing. Very good. I like this. Are you a design leader? 10. That's it. Just tell me 10 names. I know this is not supposed to be part of your design curriculum. But so what? I'm the one asking questions. Anyone? Yes. Okay, louder. Everyone has to hear. Edison, Einstein. Steve Jobs, what did he invent? Sorry? He didn't invent anything. Okay, anyway, let's consider him. 3. Oh, वो हो गया ना, फर्स्ट था ना. ओके, 2, 3 टेस्ला. कौन सा वाला, एलन मस्क वाला कि दूसरा वाला? ओके, 4 ठीक है. Graham Bell, 5. We got 5. Someone said Microsoft. Sorry, Pythagoras क्या इन्वेंट किया था? पाइथागोरस ने क्या इन्वेंट किया था? He came up with a framework called Pythagoras theorem. उसने इन्वेंट क्या किया था? आर्यभट्ट. ओके, उसने आर्यभट्ट ने इन्वेंट क्या किया था? 0 इन्वेंट किया था. ओके, ठीक है. 6. We got 6. Okay, what did he invent? Okay, 7. Wright brothers, what did they invent? Aeroplane. Okay, we have 8. Madame Curie, someone said. Madame Curie, what did she invent? मतलब नाम पता है बट पता तो होना चाहिए. ग्रैम बेल हो गया. सॉरी, व्हाट? टिम बर्टन. ओके, व्हाट डिड ही इन्वेंट? वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब. ओके, कंप्यूटर किसी और ने किया, वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब किसी और ने किया. करेक्ट. ओके, 9. ओके, you see that there is a room full of people who are learned, educated. Some of you will actually go and study in US. Yes, right? You will, right? How many of you are looking to study in US eventually? अरे, it's okay, शर्माओ मत, बता दो. आयुष्मान, it's okay, अकेले तो क्या हुआ? हिम्मत दिखाओ. हाँ, come on. A room full of learned people who get paid to be thinkers. Sorry, I mean Figma users, right? We are not able to figure 10 names of these wizards. So can I still continue and say that the world is run by just 100 people? You understand how? None of them were Figma users. Let's agree to that. Can we? None of them would ever be sitting in this room. Let's agree. Can we? Why are you agreeing to it? कुछ भी मतलब. बोलो no. The wizards are sitting in this room. Okay, let's move it. Okay, do we understand this? The wizards, the workers, and the population. Any doubts? No? Okay, cool. This is the theory of everyday joy. सबको यही चाहिए होता है ना? खुशी, 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 contentment, 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 right? That's what you are always looking for. I'm giving you a formula. So I'm not Pythagoras, but I have a framework. चाहिए नहीं चाहिए आगे चले. Okay, let's move it. No one agreed. One person doesn't work, man. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, whoever wants that, can you all stand up? Yes. Okay. So on my right side, on the screen, is what we call stage 0, rest. Okay? In the middle is work and the other side is play, and now I'm coming up with my favorite question in life. You all know Virat Kohli? That's not the question. The question is, when Virat Kohli is there on the playground, right? World Cup is on. It's the final match. Khela tha na wo? Okay, theek hai. I don't watch cricket, I don't know. So when Virat Kohli is there on the ground, it's the World Cup final match. Okay? He's batting. Is he working or playing? अरे both option ही नहीं है. अरे option ही नहीं है. कभी IIT का एग्जाम दिया है? तभी. हाँ. So working or playing? Okay, working वाले उठ जाओ, playing वाले बैठे रहो. ये yes no आंसर नहीं है. Oh wow, 50% जनता. Interesting. ठीक है, बैठ जाओ, it's okay. Okay, flip करते हैं. Has anyone ever played cricket? Even I have. Okay, awesome. So when you're playing gully cricket, okay, which of these three stages are you in? Play? Okay, everyone who thinks play, खड़े हो जाओ. Yes, no answer नहीं, खड़े होना है. ये बाकियों को क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आया कि उनका आंसर प्ले नहीं है. Okay, sit. I'm sure you were not expecting कि इतनी बार खड़े होना पड़ेगा. Okay, for people who are still sitting, are you saying it's either work or rest? Okay, how many of you are saying rest? खड़े हो जाओ. You have a higher chance of becoming a wizard. अच्छा ठीक है, अरे इतना सिंपल नहीं है बॉस. Okay, who's going to tell me how is this rest? It is rest. It is rest. Who's going to tell me how is it rest? Yes. Yes, of course. I'm not your teacher, man. Do whatever you want. Perfect. But I don't know if you can hear this. Okay, let's try and dissect it so that we all can sort of come to some kind of agreement. There are no rules involved. Okay? Whether you do it beautifully or you, can I use swear words? Or you suck at it. It's not going to make any change in this world. It's rest. Okay, how are there no rules involved? Let's say you have the bat. You are the owner of that bat and you just got out. What are you going to do? Maine khel raha. Right? And you will walk away with your bat. Can someone stop you? Can someone stop you? No, right? There are no rules involved. Everything is just made up. Even if you hit 6 sixes throughout the over, it's not going to change the world. It's not going to affect anyone's life, including your own. Selector थोड़ी बैठा है जो तुम्हें national team में ले जाएगा. Right? Am I right or wrong? So playing that gully cricket is as amazing as just swiping that Tinder or watching Netflix and not chilling. Okay? All of this is rest. All of us love rest. Yes, no? Yes. Everything else that we are doing in life is that middle thing, work. Okay, what's work? Let's try and understand what's work. Has anyone here ever learned how to drive? That's it? Sorry, खड़े हो जाओ. अरे हो जाओ. Everyone is scared now, no? Whether it's a yes/no question, होना है नहीं होना है. Okay, everyone else has never driven. I'm not saying you know how to drive. Have you ever tried driving? Everyone else has never tried driving. Everyone else has never tried driving. क्या हो गया? Riding. अरे वाह, you are the wizard, man. Okay. Okay, sit. You remember the first time you were trying to drive and you were unsure कि यार ये gear कब change करना है, clutch क्यों दबाना है, why is the entire traffic coming towards me, this is too difficult, I want to quit. That's work. That's what you do throughout your life with everything else in life. That's why your job is so stressful. You think Virat Kohli your star sportsman, he's stressed कि यार मेरा बॉस मुझे तंग कर रहा है. You think Virat Kohli ever feels that कि यार मेरा बॉस मुझे तंग कर रहा है? There is so much stress at work. You think Virat Kohli feels that ever? Okay, who all are saying possible? खड़े हो जाओ. Sorry? Okay, sit. So, okay, let's understand this. The amount of expectations you have from a Virat Kohli versus your boss are super high, right? You don't expect anything out of your boss. But from Virat Kohli, you want the World Cup, correct? But boss, वो stress नहीं हो रहा है. तुम expectation high रख रहे हो. He's not stressed. He's just playing. You think Shah Rukh Khan, you know Shah Rukh Khan, right? Anyone who doesn't know Shah Rukh Khan, please hands up. You don't know Shah Rukh Khan, right? The Bangladeshi player. Okay. You think Shah Rukh Khan is stressed when he's acting? Oh my God, I have to act tonight. You think he feels like that? You think he wakes up and starts like thinking, oh my God, आज रात को shooting है, मैं कैसे कर पाऊँगा? You think he behaves like this? But is this not how we behave? No, we don't behave like this. Arey, someone has to disagree, right? Please disagree with me. Can or is? Again, can or is? When was this? Okay. Okay. So just to let everyone know, she's sharing, which I agree with, that he is at a stage in his career where he might not get stressed today, but there was a point when he was stressed, correct? So are you saying this is just the beginning of the career when you get stressed, right? Later on you won't. Yes. Different stresses. Okay, interesting. Correct. I agree. You know why? Because as a producer or as a cricket team owner, he is still in stage 1. But as an actor, he is at stage 2. He is in that flow. He loves what he does every day. No one can ever actually try and stress him about it. And that's why if you notice when cricketers become captains or actors become producers, they get stressed. Okay? When you're a junior and you're suddenly given responsibility of 10 people team under you, right? You are changing your role in life. So as that solo designer who used to be great at freelancing, you're suddenly back in a different role, in a different stage. The idea of life should be that whatever you are doing, literally whatever you're doing, being a friend, being a parent, being a designer, being a Figma tool owner, whatever you're doing has to be there in stage 2 as early as possible. Any questions so far in my TED talk? Yes. In different roles, of course. If you ask me today to go rock climbing, where do you think I will be playing? I will be there, right? Literally working. But all of us right now are at rest with respect to mountain climbing. Are we climbing? No, we are not, right? The thing about wizards, these wizards that I'm talking about, is that for most things in their life, they are there, playing. Most things, I'm not saying 100% of the things. Most things, they're playing. So all the names that we collectively came up with, they were never working. They didn't have working hours. They didn't have weekends. They were not planning their long weekends and holidays. You think they used to wonder कि oh my God कल दिवाली है, आज तो नहीं सोचना चाहिए. You think like Aryabhatta was thinking like that, कल सोचेंगे zero को, आज तो दिवाली है. Possible है क्या? Have you never seen these players, the same cricketers that you love, playing a match on Diwali? उनकी फैमिली नहीं है क्या? Okay, I know. We have never thought like this कि उनकी फैमिली नहीं है क्या? हम तो अपना ही सोच रहे होते हैं. नहीं. Isn't that how it is? We want them to perform and us to sit behind the TV and watch them play. That's our rest. They are the one playing. We are the one resting. And everyone in between who's making this transmission come to you is working. Okay, let's move ahead. Sorry, someone said they have a question. Yes. Sorry, can you say that again? What is the difference between? Okay, so gully cricket is rest because everyone sitting in this room can play gully cricket. Yes, no? Okay, the minute you want to be a national level cricket player, you will realize it's less about cricket. You will be asked to go around the ground at least 10, 20 times in next 1 hour. How's that cricket? Okay, that's where you will quit. The only people who are playing there have never quit physically or mentally. You think while playing that match, they can throw a tantrum and say, you know what, I don't feel like playing. Can they do that? If they do that, will they be able to return back to India? What will all of you do, the fans? Does that answer your question? Ask more. Yeah, it's okay. You are basically helping everyone else who's choosing not to ask. That's the definition that's been told to us. That's not the definition. Playing is not what you enjoy. Because I enjoy sleeping. Am I playing? I enjoy eating. Am I playing? Okay? Play is when you are in a flow and you're making something happen. When I'm eating, what am I making happen? The same thing as art. You have to actually be creating to be in the play mode. When I'm sleeping, what am I creating? Carbon dioxide. Think about it. Okay, move ahead. Yes. You're not stressed. You're challenged. So we have to be very particular about the kind of keywords we induce in our life. You're never stressed when you're playing, right? You're always challenged, and that's a great challenge to have. Just for everyone to know, there is nothing called stress as a common word. There is eustress and de-stress. Eustress is positive stress. De-stress is negative stress. हम तो ऐसे ही बस क्योंकि आसपास सब बोल रहे थे तो हम भी बस I am too stressed today, man. Right? We never questioned कि stress होता क्या है. Did we? Has anyone ever questioned stress hota kya hai? You have? Okay, and what did you get as an answer? Lots of? Okay, amazing. Think of stress as friction. Without friction, you can't walk, forget running. Without friction, you can't even get up from the ground. That friction is required to live your life and grow. You're growing against gravity all the time, right? That gravity is always adding stress. Did we ever think like that? Someone raise their hand, man. Come on. No? Of course. Sorry? I am saying eustress is important. We can avoid de-stress all the time. Okay. Shall we, for the nth time, move ahead? No. Okay. Yes. Yes. When I'm working, I'm always looking forward to not working. When I'm playing, I'm always looking forward to playing. It's that simple. I'm not moving ahead. Yes, sir. Hmm. With all of us. Right. 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 When you're not enjoying, it's de-stress. When you're enjoying, it's eustress. And you know what? Every time you're doing things last minute and still enjoying, you're sharpening your brain. We never think of it like that. We're sharpening our brain all the time. It's required. That eustress is required to sharpen your muscles, your brain, everything about you only gets better if you are in eustress. It's a fantastic practice, but most often we try and get to de-stress and not stay in eustress. Like, you're doing last minute, you miss your flight. How will you compose yourself? If you can compose yourself, do it all the time. I do it. I mean, you can ask my team. They hate me for it. I am moving ahead. Oh, I'm not moving ahead. Yes. This, what do you think? You think I'm working right now? Look at my face. Okay, now look at my face. You think I'm working right now? I'm never working. That's what my team knows. Himanshu doesn't work. Yes. Do what you enjoy, one, and start the practice of learning to enjoy things that are difficult. Take it as a challenge. It's that simple. All the inventors and discoverers we keep thinking of, their entire life, their family, their friends, everyone around them was this boss all the time. They didn't get stressed enough to quit. And that's why we have what we have today. Imagine Wright brothers. Oh, do you all know who are Wright brothers? Okay, imagine Wright brothers had quit. Okay, imagine this was true. Okay, it's not something I made up. It's a real newspaper clipping. Okay, I'm going back to that question, right? Vitamins or painkillers? We've been told multiple times over and over again to focus on painkillers. Okay? Painkillers are things that are realized, imagined, and have become part of our life to a level we are ready to do whatever it takes to solve them. Okay? The real gem of our life, any stage in our life, any phase in our life, is actually in vitamins. Things we have not realized. Things humanity has not imagined. You think people in 1940s had imagined the concept of computers and internet? Stand up if you think so. Had they imagined this? Somebody probably, yeah, ठीक है. Now you're speaking like a mathematician. सच पता है तो बताओ. हाँ, sorry, you were saying. हाँ, दोनों बोल दो, it's okay. Right. We had internet as well, by the way. Just letting everyone know. But I'm talking about us, the non-computer people. We had not even imagined something that existed. Think about it like that. Okay? I'll show you more. So this is a puzzle. It's a famous quote by a famous guy. Do you know what the quote is? Henry Ford. Henry Ford. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what the quote is? Yes. Someone knows the quote. Okay. Did everyone hear him? No? So basically, Henry Ford was trying to say that if I ask my customers, my users, what do they want? They won't ever say a car because they have never imagined what a car is. They will always want faster horses. Okay, as humans, and if I may say so, as designers, your job is not to do this. Your job is to do this. Don't imagine faster horses, which we do every day. It's a metaphor before someone actually throws something at me. You're supposed to imagine cars of the future. And I don't mean cars, it's a metaphor. Trains. Do you think before trains were invented, someone had asked for trains? खड़े हो जाओ, अगर तुम्हें ऐसा लगता हो. No? Yes? Okay, okay, okay. Planes. As humans, we've always wanted to fly, but did we ever ask for planes? Yes, you were saying something. Okay, we can wish for flying, but we don't know how will it ever happen, right? Like we all want to be Mr. India. I don't know if you get the context. Yes, sir. आयुष तेरा नाम तेज बोल. So everyone knows what they want or wish for, but they don't know how. Even when you present something to them as a solution, they will never ever agree to it. Okay, if you have never experienced planes, anyone who has never experienced planes? Never sat on a plane? 1, 2, okay. But you know what planes are, right? Someone around you has sat in a plane and is still alive, right? Imagine you have never experienced planes. And for the first time in your lifetime, the first flight is taking off. What are the chances you will agree to be on that flight? Okay, I love the confidence. Anyone who will agree, please खड़े हो जाओ. अरे वाह, एक तो मिला, 2. हाँ, ऐसे विज़र्ड नहीं बनते by the way. तुम कस्टमर हो. Agree to be on that first flight ever. Okay, similarly, if there was a spaceship going to Pluto today, will you agree? Okay, one more person added to the list of customers. Nice. Now I need to make that spaceship. This is what the newspaper clipping said. I am not making it up. I am not making it up. आज अजीब लग रहा है ना? Newspaper, stupid people. I am not making it up. It's not just newspapers or journalists. This is us. This is how humans react to new solutions. so-called vitamins before they become painkillers in every part of our life. Any questions? Yes, I see a hand. Okay, someone has to tell me what she's saying. Thanks for asking. Anyone who can tell me what she's asking? Taught to think out of the box. To actually think out of the box, first you need to look for things that are out of the box and start trying them. And we have never been taught so. Not by this side and not by that side. Ye sides yaad hai? We have actually been taught otherwise. Don't ever try new things. Don't meet strangers. Don't take lollipops from strangers. Learn to try new things before you make new things. We love popularity as a concept. We think popularity stands for trust. We think popularity stands for validation. Anything which is popular, whether it's a book or a concept, is something we all want to try. It creates a FOMO. Go past that. Go opposite to that. Whatever is FOMO inducing, mat karo na yaar, dusra karke dikhao. Then you can think of creating something, because creation is a tiring process. I'll show you how tiring it is. How's the UI? अरे किसी ने पढ़ लिया क्या? किसी ने पढ़ लिया क्या? Because this is from 2009. So this is when I used to be a design consultant slash freelancer, but freelancer कौन बोलता है, consultant बोलना होता है, right? So when I used to be a design consultant, I was living in different parts of Europe. I thought, boss, कितना cool है, right? You get so many experiences on a daily basis, which means you make so many mistakes on a daily basis. How about you start sharing all these experiences and mistakes online, and someone who's yet to make that mistake might learn from it. Okay, so I wanted to build a product out of it in 2009. This is the old pathetic UI that I came up with. Like I said, I'm not a designer. Okay, but as much as I wanted to do this, I had nothing. I had no team, no experience, no money. Okay, and you can't do shit without this. You can't be a lone warrior. Please don't ever be a lone warrior. Okay? This is what I chose to do instead. While I was in India, I realized that suddenly the startup scene is brewing. A lot of people are starting their own ventures. None of them understand design. किसी को UI UX का difference भी नहीं पता था. आज भी नहीं पता है. So I thought, let's do what I'm good at. Because lion, blood, paisa, yaad aaya? And people were ready to pay. There was this weird new startup called Paytm. They said, we'll pay you. And I was like, sure, let's make a team. And that's how we got some of the craziest people in the startup ecosystem to pay us for doing nothing. Okay? That's how we have survived and thrived for last 11 years. But having done that, there was this, क्या बोलते हैं, chul, to keep going back to that initial product that I had thought of in 2009. And over these years, that had sort of changed direction, become a new thing, new concept, all of that. Let me introduce how I think about it. So this is not Pythagoras, but this is my theorem. I call this teardrop model of innovation. It applies to anything and everything you use. or so I think. Please find faults. Okay, so you see there is the lowest point called obsolete lowest state. In product language, this is the rest. Okay, this is when the product doesn't exist, there is no PMF, no one wants to use it. All that is that obsolete lowest state. Okay, now when you start climbing clockwise, you eventually reach a climb of normalcy. Okay, slowly things start becoming normal for the customers, consumers, users, whoever you want to call them. Imagine a time before WhatsApp. Imagine a time before Instagram. Imagine a time before Google. Can't imagine, right? That's normalcy. When your customers, consumers, users have eventually become habitual of it, they can't imagine a life without it. Okay? Now the job is to keep climbing up and reach that innovative inflection. If you don't do that over and over again, you will slip and get down in the obsolete state. If you overdo it, you get to that experimental slope. So people like you, but it becomes too complicated to use you. Any examples coming to your head while I'm talking about it? Any products that you used to use but gave up using now? And I'm not talking about sniffing products. Facebook. Okay, interesting. Yes. What? अरे बता दो भाई. Dunzo. Oh, yeah. Dunzo is dead, dude. You didn't give up. Dunzo gave up.
Hike Messenger.
Hike Messenger. Vishant, ये क्या हो रहा है? I didn't do it.
Sorry, I was not listening. क्या था?
You can't blame me for this. I didn't do it.
Wow, that's super great. Please use Rush now. We have also stopped using Hike. Superb, guys.
Milk Basket is a great example. Client था यार. मतलब I can't say the name, but yeah, sure. हाँ, sorry, you were saying. You have stopped using Google Chrome after Arc browser. Yes. ClickBuzz, ये क्या होता है? ClickBuzz, ये क्या होता है? Anyway, yes. Oh, no one was ever on High Five, is it? MySpace? Anyway, is it making sense? Any questions before we move ahead? No hands. Boring हो गया क्या? बोरिंग हो गया तो खड़े हो जाओ. बोरिंग हो गया तो खड़े हो जाओ. हाँ, क्वेश्चन है. हाँ. Are we giving them t-shirts or not? Here we are. Yes. हाँ. Nope. You never replace anything which is worth your time. You only replace things which are not worth your time, but अभी कोई और option नहीं था तो use कर रहे थे. Sorry, what did you say? Don't tell me. Okay. Inventors, discoverers. Who exactly is Chris Columbus? Yes, Gaurav? गलत है, बैठ जा. अरे गलत है, बैठ जा. Who exactly is Chris Columbus? लोग गूगल करके चेक कर रहे हैं. Very good. I just asked who is Chris Columbus. क्या तुम मुझसे नाम क्यों चेंज करवा रहे हो? पता है? बताओ. हाँ, उसने भी तो ये बोला जब मैंने बोला गलत है. अरे learned designers Who is Chris Columbus? I am not making up the name. Google ही कर लो यार. Huh? Oh, Google कर रहा? Okay, which film did he make? Home Alone. अरे सही बोला. ये वाली भी बनाई थी. देखी है मूवी? अब तो सबके हाथ ऐसे खड़े हो रहे हैं, other than Rohit. Chris Columbus probably made the most famous movie. I am saying one of the, before Lord of the Rings fans take offense, one of the most famous movies ever. If you have not seen it, you have heard of it. If you have not heard of it, you have seen the poster. If it was not for him, this entire series would have flopped. The premise for him being able to make this was that, what he answered, Home Alone. He understood how to work with kids, keep their innocence intact, and still make it fun. You see the wizardry in how to make things happen, how everything is a play. Change करेगा? Who is the guy there on the left side? Okay, which movie is this from? Arey, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 वाले खड़े हो जाओ. Okay, 2 वाले खड़े हो जाओ. Okay, 3 वाले खड़े हो जाओ. Oh, तो ये बाकी लोग कौन है? देख ही नहीं है. Okay, what I am now trying to get to is the gap we realized in last, I would say, couple of years. And we ended up borrowing what I wanted to make in 2009. And we started working on this in last 2 years. So the gap we saw, and please dig holes. Now I'm giving you a job. Please dig holes, work on it, don't play with it. Everything in the world is run by pop culture. This entire office is run by pop culture. The kind of clothes you are wearing, the kind of frames you're wearing, the kind of shoes you're wearing, everything is run by pop culture, right? Like, did you think that as soon as you were born, you were wearing jewelry? Where is this love for jewelry coming from? Pop culture. How many of you have tattoos? That's it? Designers नहीं हो? Where is this coming from? Pop culture. On one side, everything we do is influenced by pop culture, and on the other side, all the idiots of the world working their ass off, including the likes of Elon Musk, are doing this to eventually get some share of pop culture. Otherwise, why would he do a cameo in an Iron Man movie? You think it's for money? Fame? What is it for? Sorry? Oh, Elon Musk was not distributed enough to get a cameo here. Exactly. Why do you think Jeff Bezos eventually shares his pictures on a yacht with all of you? Does he need to show off? कि मेरे पास पैसा है. Does he need to show off? Why would he do that? I know we never question things like this, but now I am making you. So please tell me, why would he do that? PR, PR? किसका प्यार? PR. Oh, you're saying that someone in his PR team is eventually devising this? Brilliant. For what is my question? Oh, Jeff Bezos is not popular. No one knows who Jeff Bezos is. He will put a yacht picture and then he will get popular, right? He wants a share of pop culture, man. Huh? Sorry, you were saying. Hope. To whom? कि तुम्हारा भी yacht हो सकता है? नहीं, हाँ. To aspire to do what? Have a yacht. You can reach a scale where you can have a yacht. Okay, how many of you get inspired like this? Inspire हुए तो खड़े हो जाओ. अरे at least you stand. Okay, so we realize these two dynamically opposite things. Everything in the world is influenced by pop culture, and everyone who's working their ass off to make shit happen is eventually trying to get a share of pop culture. Okay, and now the beauty is, all of us consume pop culture like crazy. Okay, I was overhearing everything that was being sort of discussed here before and after the sessions. Everything from cricket to movies, to the kind of music you listen to, the kind of games you play, the kind of stuff you're wearing, where you travel, all of that, everything is pop culture. That's the common ground for how we connect with people. We don't connect with people our same frame. We don't do that, right? Or same beard. Do we do that? We are literally always asking each other, oh, which school? Are you from Delhi? Oh, I'm from Delhi. We are always literally looking for, oh, you also love jazz. I don't. But that's what we are always looking for. Okay, half the time it's literally ask, you've lived in Istanbul? I want to go to Istanbul. Share tips भेजेगा क्या? Professionally, personally, every common ground. I don't know how many of you have ever done sales. करिए क्या? Sales करिए तो खड़े हो जाओ. तू तो खड़ा है. रुक जा. हाँ हाँ stand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, there is no way you can do sales without having a common ground. And the common ground is mostly pop culture. By mostly, I mean 99.99%. Am I wrong? Has anyone ever dated? Rohit? Has anyone ever dated? Date किया तो खड़े हो जाओ. रोहित इधर आ जाओ. Oh God, there are people who have never dated. Never dated? अरे ये क्या था? You were not sure. Okay, I will ask like this. Never dated. Never dated. Never dated. Okay, yeah. Date किया तो बैठ जाओ. Date नहीं किया तो खड़े हो जाओ. Now you get spotlight. अरे, who are these people who are not standing anywhere? Lazy. Situationship चल रही है. वो भी dating होती है. Okay, there is no way you can date anyone without having a common connect, common ground, and it has to be pop culture. वरना क्या discuss करोगे? Wow, तेरे मेरे बाल same है. क्या discuss करोगे? What else will you actually talk about if not pop culture? Unless, of course, you vibe with each other on hating your boss. Hi, Mohit. So we started making the entire product based on this. So on one side, this side, the right side on the screen, you have the concept of private chats. You have the Discords and the WhatsApps and the Telegrams of the world. Okay? And if you happen to be part of any WhatsApp group or a Discord server, you would have seen the crazy amount of things that get discussed around pop culture. Yes, no? Okay. The problem is, because it's private, anyone who's not there will never get to see it. The bigger problem is, because it's private, everyone who's there will also not get to see it again. Okay? Now let's go to the other side. public listings. So there is scattered amount of platforms on the internet today that allow you to focus on one pop culture style at a time. So you can either list your books or your movies or your series or your games or your music, sab alag platform hai. We wanted to bring it all together on one platform, sab yahi list karo, yahi baat karo, and it be public. Because it's public, it's shareable, it's searchable, and it gets indexed. Because it's getting indexed, everything you're talking about pop culture is eventually helping you build your brand. अभी तक हम अपने कोपचे में गेम एक्सपर्ट्स थे, अब हम बाहर जाके गेम एक्सपर्ट्स बन सकते हैं, म्यूजिक एक्सपर्ट्स बन सकते हैं, जैज, एनिमे, मांगा, ऐसे एक्सपर्ट्स बनते हैं, पता नहीं क्या क्या वर्ड्स होते हैं यार, बट बन सकते हैं. Now you don't need to literally dance to become an influencer. You can do what you love doing. I don't know how many of you love to dance to become an influencer. कितने लोग हैं? खड़े हो जाओ. Okay, मैं क्वेश्चन चेंज करता हूँ. How many you love to dance? खड़े हो जाओ. Now continue standing if you do want to do that to become a brand, an influencer, a famous person. बैठे हाँ खड़े अरे खड़े. So you can just choose to do what you love doing. You want to talk about books, please talk about books, because we don't even get to know people are talking about books now, because वो अपने WhatsApp group में कर रहे होते हैं. I want to find those people. I want to find people जिन्होंने actually मिर्ज़ापुर season 3 देख लिया है. बता दो ना देखो कि नहीं. किसी ने देखा है क्या? कल ही तो आया है. You will be surprised people have seen it. Okay, while I'm standing here, I'll give you all a recommendation. किसी को hip hop या rap पसंद है? पसंद है तो खड़े हो जाओ. अरे यार, it's okay man, you can cuss me later. Okay, किसी को सुपर हीरोज पसंद है? There's a brilliant series on Netflix which combines these two genres. It's called Supercell. The most amazing part of this series, it's created by a rapper whose name is Rap Man. But seriously, it's amazing. If you like The Boys, this is that, but without gore. I don't mean Gohar Khan, but gore. Phenomenal, man. And it's very, very rare you have a series which is actually focused on African Americans, and that too in London. Like, it's just checking all the boxes I can think of. And it's still not famous, so might as well see it right now. Otherwise, to tum fir wo trending mein aa jaoge, right? So anyway, that's what we started building. We thought it's very easy. Tech to matlab commodity hai. Stack Overflow pe dhoondenge aur ban jayega. But nahi bana. It took us 1.5 years of telling ourselves हमसे नहीं होगा, but हम करते रहे. We went on doing it, and somehow it happened. That's the current shape. I hope this is the current shape. फिर से design change हो गया क्या? नहीं. This is the current shape. You can literally start listing things within the chat. And they stay with you. You have a profile. सोचो WhatsApp पे profile होता तो? सोचो WhatsApp पे feed होता तो? So I don't know how many of you have actually lived a time which is pre-Facebook. है क्या कोई? खड़े होने को नहीं बोलूँगा. Pre-Facebook. The high fives and the Orkuts and the MySpace time. खड़े नहीं होना है. It's okay. हर बार थोड़ी खड़े होना होता है. Okay, so pre-Facebook and including the first version of Facebook, everything was profile focused. So if you have friends on Facebook, you need to go to their profile and see what they're up to. So if I forget about him, I won't know what he's up to. He has to literally remind me on a different platform कि boss बड़े दिनों से profile पे नहीं आया तू. Okay, so Facebook came up with a very interesting concept called feed. It didn't exist before that. Yes. Oh, I'll come to that. Good question. But let me just finish this chain of thought. So Facebook came up with a concept called feed, and now all the people you're connected to, whatever they are up to, you don't need to recall them or remember them. Their stuff comes to you automatically in one simple style. Okay, now again, because we never question. We have never questioned why hundreds and thousands of WhatsApp groups that we are part of. Are we? Yeah. Are we? So many different WhatsApp groups and Discord servers that we are part of, all of that is still within that, the content. We have to literally go to each and every group to see andar ho kya raha hai. No one ever questioned that, right? So you have 100 groups and you want to check 10 of them, you will literally have to get inside 10 of them to read ho kya raha hai. Imagine the kind of effort you guys are already putting. This was profiles before Facebook. And this is how we want to change stuff now, because every community, every conversation you're a part of, the stuff that personalized will come to you on your feed. You don't need to get inside each and every conversation to understand ho kya raha hai. You can only go, or you would only go when you feel like going inside and double clicking. Okay, now to answer the question he had. So Reddit here is something what we call a public forum. Okay? So one, on public forum, no one is ever impulsive. Okay? Because no one is ever impulsive, they are thinking a lot before they write and actually send something. People write in paragraphs on public forums. People don't connect with each other on public forums, specifically on Reddit, because there is no profile. Everyone is anonymous. How many friends with real names have you ever made on Reddit? Mohit? How many friends with real names have you ever made on Reddit? That for us is a huge thing. We don't want masked identities anymore. And we don't want very well thought of bloggish kind of text to eventually become part of the chatter. We want you to chat. You don't think about things when you're chatting on Discord or WhatsApp. You chat. You don't write a paragraph before sending a hi. You send a hi and then say what's up. You don't do that on Reddit, do you? Has anyone ever written WhatsApp on Reddit? Just saying. That is a huge change for us. If you're connecting with someone over pop culture and they don't even have a profile or a name, karoge kya? Then it's as good as Quora. You ask a question, they give answers, that's it. I want to know ki boss, you also love Govinda, I also love Govinda. Okay, and we happen to be in Delhi. So we can actually meet over coffee and talk about Govinda. But Govinda is a metaphor. If you don't like Govinda, it's okay, don't talk to me. That's what we wanted to build. This is the current shape. What is happening here, if you look at things, you see those cards, the Harry Potter and the Her card. Everything on the platform is auto-creating its own profile. So every movie in the world, every series in the world, every song in the world, every book in the world, every game in the world, and I can go on and on like that. Everything is automatically creating a profile on the platform. So when you talk about, let's say, the Harry Potter in Deathly Hallows, and someone else in a different part of the world is also talking about it, all of that comes together under the profile. So you can discover multiple people and multiple conversations who are talking about the same thing as you. You can't do that on Reddit. Okay? You can actually build a profile which is literally the showcase of your personality. You like football, kamre mein posters lagate ho, right? Internet pe kyun nahi lagate ho? Yes, sir. लगाते हैं? कहाँ लगाया हुआ है? लिंक्डइन पे? यार 3 सोशल्स के बाद नाम बताओ। लिंक्डइन पे तुमने फुटबॉल का पोस्टर लगाया हुआ है, तुम विजर्ड बनोगे। हाँ। वर्क प्रोफाइल कहाँ पे है? लिंक्डइन पे ही तो है। हाँ सर, इंटरनेट वहीं पर हो ना? इंटरनेट पे बताओ कहाँ लगाया है, बिकॉज आई वोंट कम टू योर वर्क प्लेस टू इवेंचुअली डिस्कवर यू, राइट? रेडिट, आई विल नेवर सी यू ऑन रेडिट, यू नो वाई, राइट? हाँ, व्हाट एल्स? ट्विटर पे लगाया, बट बात करते हो फुटबॉल के बारे में? ठीक है, वी विल मीट देयर. So we want people to be able to actually showcase their personalities. Okay? Yes. How is this different from hashtag? It's not. It's a visual hashtag. You're perfectly on the point. It's a visual hashtag.
So to the hashtag, we are putting a profile and name to it, and
There is a profile, there is name, there is every data about that profile, everything. It's a visual hashtag based profile.
yes.
Brilliant. You can be a visit. This is, yes sir. नहीं सुनाई देगा, किसी और को बताना पड़ेगा. Oh, we haven't solved it. So the idea of solving a chicken and problem is to stay in the problem for a longer time. If you stay in the problem for a longer time, more and more people will try it out. And slowly that wish and want will start transitioning. So you don't want to become an overnight success in a chicken and egg problem. You want to give it certain time. And then slowly you unlock networks. That's exactly what we are trying to do right now. Like before today, I'm pretty sure you all have never thought of this as a problem at all. Yes. दोस्त, वो प्राइवेट कम्युनिटी है. मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, उसका आंसर दे दो. सो circle.so में वॉट एवर यू हैव मैसेज एनीवेयर, कैन यू शेयर अ लिंक ऑफ दैट विद मी? So just FYI, circle.so is meant for professional communities to exist in private. So if tomorrow, if Cars24 wants to have a private community, circles.so still works. We will be circles.so into 100x. What are the chances I will ever discover you through circle.so? Never. Literally never. Ha, but let's try and answer this. What are the chances I will ever discover you through circle.so in comparison with, let's say, Twitter? Compare करो, मैं नहीं कह रहा कि नहीं है. Let's compare it. Twitter is super high, right? Circle.so doesn't even exist. So we are trying to get there. We want people to discover like-minded people and also have chats about these common things. Yes, sir.
You used OpenV. I should be audible enough without the mic.
You are audible enough, yes.
Does it first have like likes and stuff? Any reward-based metrics for people? Do I get followers or whatever?
Reward-based system.
Do I have followers on OpenV?
Yeah, of course.
The internet rewards you for being very unidimensional. If you're on Twitter, you get famous if you talk about design systems every day. If you're on Instagram, you get famous if you post the same thing in the same style every day.
Right.
What is stopping people on OpenV from being very unidimensional then? And constantly talk about Harry Potter and build a...
So community is the only way people get stopped about doing this kind of stuff overall. It's always the culture. So, okay, let me question you back. Have you ever been to Dubai or Amsterdam? You've been to Dubai. Have you seen how Indians behave in Dubai versus in India?
Yeah, I mean a little more docile.
So what changes?
I guess they want to create a better perception maybe.
That is culture. everything that we design in the world and not on Figma is literally about culture and personalities. The minute we understand this, we will design better.
That's the exact question. It is about
So Twitter never get a rat's ass to this getting changed. Initially, it never was there. Because initially they were very, very focused on building an interesting culture. And I loved Twitter. I still do. I'm not saying it's bad. The distribution is crazy on Twitter even today. And there is no other option. Right? And we are not trying to compete with Twitter. We are trying to compete with Discord. Right? We are trying to compete with a Letterboxd or a Goodreads, if you have heard of them. We are not saying that we can replace Twitter. We don't want to replace Twitter. We don't ever want Elon Musk to even look at it. Quite honestly. I don't want a certain politician to be here. It doesn't help us, right? We want it to have a community vibe like this. And we don't want a Praja Janta kind of vibe. So if I'm the only one talking and you're the only one listening, I'm literally the king and you're like the Praja, man. The reason I am literally requesting all of you to ask is because equal hona chahiye na. We want to do that here. हाँ, but like से कुछ होता नहीं है. So every game has a different metric. So for example, people don't do that on YouTube even today. Why is that? Even today, the best of the influencers exist on YouTube and not on TikTok or Instagram. It's purely about how you design the culture. That's a great thing for us to also learn, and I'm sure all of us can sort of be a part of that. How to build cultures within products. That's the only motto, और कुछ होता नहीं है. Otherwise, between Twitter and Reddit, there is no difference. Technically, it's the same thing. Both are forums, right? Both are public. The only difference between Twitter and Reddit is culture. Twitter was always about identity before bots came in. Reddit was always being anonymous, right? Reddit was always Q&A. Okay, Reddit was always about subreddits. Twitter never had a concept called subreddits. Yep. Yes. Sorry, did I answer your question? See, we can discuss at length, man. I love this topic. 1 second. I will move ahead. क्या करना है? Time up. ठीक है. Last 2 slides.
Is it only about pop culture or it's any culture you guys are solving for?
We want it to be about pop culture.
Why? Why?
Yeah, it has to be fun, it has to be chill. We don't want you to discuss serious problems of life. वो तो तुम हर platform पे करते हो, right? We don't want you to find jobs here. Don't come looking for a job. Don't try and become like a mentor here. कोई फायदा नहीं है, होने नहीं देंगे. हाँ, sorry, someone else was asking. Pallavi, you will have to tell me what she's saying.
You were saying that Discords have channel, now you are introducing feeds, so that's a problem solving. But what I have been noticing in Instagram, which primarily have feeds, now every influencer is kind of creating a channel or community and creating a FOMO, like you have some secret chats going on here. So why?
I still can't understand what you're saying.
I'm saying Instagram primarily was based on feed. Now every influencer is building a community, a channel, and they are creating a FOMO that engagement is more happening on community. Please come there.
Right.
So why is it contrary on Instagram, and how is this helpful in your opinion?
Okay, I'm trying to still understand what you're saying. You're saying Instagram had a feed.
Initially,
Then they
have a
introduced
feed.
channels,
Now they
which
are
every
moving-
influencer is using.
Yes.
How is that different from what we're doing?
You are saying that Instagram initially used to have, like you were saying, that Discords have only channels, right?
Okay, first disclaimer. We are not trying to build an influencer platform.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
You were saying that Discords and everything have channel, you cannot share it. I'm saying that Instagram have feeds, you can share it, you can engage on it.
You can't.
You can.
Oh, that's the question. On Instagram, can you just write that I'm having coffee without posting a picture?
Oh, no, that's not the. Like, suppose a brand. I am a brand. Like,
Someone said yes. Someone said yes. Without posting a picture, you can write on Instagram you're having a coffee. Comment में नहीं लिखना है. For me to see your story, I have to actually follow you first. This is not about followers, boss. We need to understand that. There's a difference between a public and a private platform. Sorry.
So I was saying, if I'm a brand, I have an Instagram channel, like Zomato is very good Instagram. Now what's happening is people can share their content and everything. Now they are creating a channel specific to the people subscribe to the channel, and specific things are happening in that channel and they're promoting it. Be a part of our channel.
A channel is one way, right? It's a
Yeah.
broadcast channel.
Yeah, in Instagram they have channel.
So we don't want anything to be broadcast friendly. We want conversations to happen. Always about what they are good at. How can I say I'm great at watching movies? I can't, right? I just love watching movies. Yes. Right now there is a concept called hits, but very soon we are introducing expertise. So if you talk a lot about manga, your profile would have that as a concept that you are a manga expert. So, and if I want to talk to you about manga, it's very easy for me to find you. Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah. But how would you influence that? At most, you will eventually read something in manga and talk about it. That's conversations, right? Influencers are mostly monologuers. They do something and people just look at that. At most, they can write comments. There is never a conversation. So there is nothing called influencer in a WhatsApp group. Difficult, right? नहीं दिखेगा क्या? ठीक है. Yes. दो slides बचे. Sorry, what is bad? Oh, it's pathetic. It's not bad. It's pathetic. Why are you not wearing a mask now? No, please answer me. This is the answer. Why are you not wearing a mask right now? It's healthy to wear a mask right now. Why are you not wearing it? No, it's not about not being common. यार, अभी तो common हो गया था ना thanks to COVID. उतारा क्यों? Why do you care? Sorry? नहीं समझा, नहीं सुनाई दे रहा. Oh, you are saying because you don't want to be the odd one out. But you focus on yourself, right? It's not about being odd. It's about this is not real. When he's with a mask, I am with a mask, we can't connect. Why do you think so many fiascos are happening there? No, that is where the problem lies in the first place. So minute I have a mask on, psychologically I would want to do negative stuff because I don't have a play, right? I can't get onto it. Oh, you can see. So this is how the profiles look for everything. Okay. This is your profile. So you can start showcasing what you're good at, and when I am looking at your profile, we will automatically see what's common between us. So if you are playing a certain game, if you listening to a certain song, I will automatically know this. Only because you're showcasing. Yes. So yes, that's the end of it. I don't know if you will allow me to take any questions, but yes, thank you everyone.